Alright, so where will OBJ land? So there's a few things we gotta see though and know. Is he healthy, first of all? Because there was a lot of talk about him getting signed later in the year, and it just. So it's really. I think they're gonna wait until the draft to basically make a go on him, because signing him before the draft doesn't make sense, because you want to see where all those rookies lie and then see what your team looks like, and then you want to pay for him, because then you'll see where the holes are. So there's free agents that you have to get, and then there's free agents you have to get after the draft. Because OBJ, let's face it, he's a player that completes a team. He doesn't want to go to a place where, let's face it, they suck. He wants to go somewhere where he has a chance to win. So we're going to talk about where that place might be. But let's take a look at some of these moves. So it looks like Donta Hightower, a longtime Patriot, just retired. This guy made some big plays for them, including that Super Bowl against the Seahawks, where he tackled Marshawn Lynch with literally a shoulder. He's literally on the ground and tackles him with a shoulder. Cut blocks him to the ground. That's crazy. We might actually show a play on that, because that actually was kind of crazy. I couldn't believe that. Let's see. Okara, this is actually a decent player. Texans making more moves. Justin Smith, that's actually a decent safety. The Eagles seem to replace the guy that they shipped off. Let's see here. So that's it so far. So let's look at where he possibly could be landing. Now, for me, I think he should go to the Chiefs. If I were him, I'd just get any deal I can get to land on the Chiefs or the Bengals. Chiefs, Bengals. Let's see, who else could he fit on? Bears, they already have their receivers set. I mean, they could sign them and then have 3 bomb players. I think the Bears are going to turn around season next year. They've made so many moves that if they don't have a good year, they're going to have to get rid of Justin Fields. So, shocker. Houston, they have a lot of money. They're going to have they'll be good. I think they'll be okay this year because of their coach. And I think they'll be even better in 2-3 years. They'll be back on the map. They're already making moves. Packers, I don't see him going there. So these 3 teams, I don't see him going there at all, because their quarterback's too young and unproven. The Falcons, he ain't going there unless Lamar lands there, and even then, I still don't see that. I don't think OBJ wants to play with Lamar Jackson. Carolina, they don't have a quarterback yet. They're probably going to draft one, so that couldn't work. Arizona, their quarterback's gone. I don't think he would play there anyhow. Indy, they're going to draft a quarterback as well, so he wouldn't go there. Detroit, offense is up and coming, but he wouldn't fit there, and they're not a guaranteed playoff win. Raiders, him and Devontae and OJ Howard, that'd be interesting, but I don't think he'd be convinced to go there. They're not close yet. Cowboys, there was a lot of speculation, but I don't know that they're a Super Bowl team. I don't trust Dak Prescott. Is Dak going to beat out, I don't know, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, any of these quarterbacks that he always loses to in big games? I'd say no. Now we got the Chargers. I mean, that could work. I could see him playing with Justin Herbert, but the problem with them is they don't win the big game, and they lose games they should be winning. So that's not a championship team. It's a good team. It's a competitive team, but it's not the best team to be going to. Now that brings me to the Patriots. The only way that this makes sense, they already picked up Juju Smith-Schuster. They picked up that tight end from Miami. Now, if they get DeAndre Hopkins, okay, then it makes sense to get Odell Beckham. But also, you got to keep in mind, they're also in the sweepstakes for Lamar. So if they get those 3 guys landed, dare I say, New England is right back in the championship run. And that makes them better than the Bills if that goes down. But there's a lot of things that need to happen for that to go down. Brings me to the Saints. There is no way he would be going there to play with Derek Carr and that shamble stick. And all they have is Michael Thomas. We don't know if, the running back's going to be there, and how much longer is he going to be there for anyhow. So this is a dumpster fire, the Saints are. I can't explain anyone or anything about this team. I don't know why Derek Carr went there. I'm still dumbfounded by that. Now the Steelers, I couldn't see him going there because Pickett's too young. Seahawks, they're good, but they're not a championship team. The Bills, it's possible. because they did lose their Gabriel Davis, whatever is, excuse me, Gabriel Davis is shipped off, so they need a replacement for him. So he could go there, but I don't think the Bills are a Super Bowl team. They did get a running back from the Patriots, so there's that, but I just don't think they're a Super Bowl team. We'll see how they play this year, but unless their run game got better, which it did slightly, but we'll have to see how they actually block it and play it this year. Unless they have a run game, they're not winning the Super Bowl, because it can't be all Josh Allen. Now that brings me to the Jets. I could see him going there, guys. I could definitely see that if Aaron Rodgers ends up over there, which everyone is saying that he's basically there, but for some reason the deal isn't happening. Well, I know why it's not happening. The deal will probably happen after the draft, I think. I could be wrong. I think the deals will happen after the draft because teams want to see where they're at and who they have. That's what they don't want to have him and be like still adding to the team. They want to know what the team is and then see, would it make sense to grab him? Would he put us over the edge? That's basically what it is. So expect Aaron Rodgers and or Odell to get on this team after the fact. Just remember that. Why did they do that? They went to like some random song. Alright, so now, let's see. Cleveland. I can't see him going there. Not enough over there. The Rams, they're literally breaking that team down, so that's not going to happen. So they basically got Matt Stafford knowing they would win 1 year and then they'd be back where the Detroit Lions were the last 10 years. So they're like, who's the best quarterback that can handle that? Matthew Stafford, a quarterback that's been losing for so long. So we'll win 1 year and then he'll be in shambles for the rest of his existence in LA. So then now we have Tennessee. I actually could see Aaron Rodgers going there. Apparently he built a home in Tennessee, guys. Just built a home out there. So it would make sense. I know it's a quiet neighborhood, but Green Bay's quiet. So it actually makes sense. He likes quiet places. Him going to New York is kind of like left field to me. It's like he's a friggin' Midwest kind of guy. Like I can't picture that. Like he's always been in a quiet type place. So now he's going to go to New York, the city that never sleeps. I don't know, guys. If he goes to Tennessee somehow, if that goes down, don't be surprised because he has a home out there. Him and Derrick Henry can make some noise. They still need more moves. But OBJ can end up there if he goes there. So just pay attention to the Titans, guys. Just because of that. Now that brings me to the Chiefs. I could definitely see him going to the Chiefs, guys, because they could sign him for a 2 mil, 3, 4, even 4 mil deal. That's what OBJ goes for right now, apparently. His market is 4 mil. That's what everyone's flashing at him. So he either takes it or leave it. If he takes it, I think Kansas City is the best spot for him, man. He can go there and then win another championship. Sign a however long deal he wants. Sign a 3-4 year deal. Stay there. Win 2 out of 3 or whatever it might be. But who knows? I think this is a good spot for him. The Jets, the Chiefs, and then now that brings me to the Niners. I could see him going to the Niners. The Niners can fork that money over. $4 million for OBJ, a Super Bowl winning receiver. On San Fran, he fits in, guys, with what they do. The only question is who's going to be their quarterback. That's it. That's the only question. That's probably why he wouldn't go. They got good coaching, good everything, but is Trey Lance going to be good? And if he's not good, is Purdy going to be ready? So, there's that. Now it's Baltimore. There was talk about him going there with Lamar, but I just don't see Lamar staying at the Ravens facilities. I just don't see it happening. The way this whole thing is going, it's blown up in everyone's faces. I don't see how this thing ends well. And it's also showing other players how business is being handled. They're not wanting even to pay their quarterback. So what makes you think they're going to pay you? So I don't think that's going to happen. Now we got the Denver Broncos. Now this I could see happening. Sean Payton over there, I could see him convincing OBJ to come on over. If, let's say nothing happens, no offers come in, and OBJ only has the Denver Broncos calling and knocking, I think he would go there, guys, and just give it a shot. What's the worst that would happen? You know what I mean? I think that would work. OBJ in Denver, that would work, guys, because they need a big play guy. So I think that could work. So let's see, the Giants. I don't like him at the Giants because I don't think Daniel Jones gets the most out of him. If OBJ goes there, Daniel Jones probably sees him 60 times every year, and that's just not enough. OBJ's a 100-plus catch type of receiver. I just don't know Daniel Jones, the way he runs around, if that's going to work out for him. So that's just that. If it was a true pocket guy, all right, but Daniel runs a lot. He runs almost as much as he throws, guys. And now that brings me to the Jacksonville Jaguars. I could see this. I can definitely see him on the Jags because they got their quarterback, they got receivers, they got a tight end. They're working on their defense. It's in Florida. So I could see him going to the Jacksonville Jaguars. That makes them better. So pay attention to that. I can't see the Commanders, so let's not even talk about that. Miami, I could see Miami because they got Tyreek, they got Waddle. So, I mean, dare I say, OBJ can come in and be the number 2 and number 3 there over there. And then how do you stop that team if OBJ goes to the Dolphins, guys? Think of that. How would you stop them? They still need a tight end. I can't believe they let Gesicki go, but it is what it is. They should have kept Gesicki, but maybe there's something he's not doing. Maybe he's not blocking, or there's something he's not doing that they got rid of him. So that's an option right there. I could see him in Miami, and that would make Miami probably the best team in that division. Now, and also keep in mind, Tom Brady could end up over there too. Say Tua goes down and gets another concussion. You don't think that they're going to give Tom Brady a call? Sure will. Now, the Eagles. I don't think they even have the money to sign OBJ. They'd have to borrow from previous years or upcoming years and finagle things to make that happen. And even so, I don't know how he fits on that team. They already have what they need. I mean, they could use a third guy, but they don't really need it. They got Quez. So I don't think the Eagles make sense for them. I think they're good at receiver. Tampa Bay, that could work because you got Mike Evans. I don't know if Julio's still there. If Julio's not there, then you have another guy for Baker to throw to. But if Julio is there, that makes them stronger too. So if I'm Baker, I'm excited, though, at this opportunity. You know this team can win. The last 3-4 years, they've been to the playoffs, and then the Super Bowl 3 years ago, they lost in the divisional, or Super Bowl, 4 years ago? Depending on how you look at it, seasons. And then divisional conference, 3 years ago, and then, no, it was Super Bowl 3 years ago, then the conference, and then this year they lost in the wild card, so yeah. So 3 straight years to the playoffs. He could make it a 4th because that division sucks, but it all depends. We'll see how that plays out. We're going to keep an eye on them. But OBJ's not going to go there, I don't think. And then Minnesota. I don't see him going there. They had to get rid of Thielen to get rid of some space, so they don't have any money to get him. So they got to basically depend on the draft, Minnesota does. So they're not going to be as good as they were last year, guys. Minnesota basically had a fluke year. You got to think about it. They won 11 games due to under 1 point, guys. That doesn't happen. That's not going to happen again. That could have gone either way. They're probably going to be much worse. But other than that, guys, the top 4 teams that I see him going to are the Chiefs, the Jets. Who's the other one? Chiefs, Jets, Niners, Jaguars, and the Dolphins. Those would be the top 5 best places for him to go, I think, and he would make a huge difference there. Other than that, guys, I think we'll leave it off here, and then once this deal goes through, we'll hop on and see if we were right and see if that fit that he chose makes sense and will serve them well. Look at this. You see him getting reports on every team, basically. The Steelers? Why would he go to the Steelers? It doesn't even make sense. Unless he's just looking for money because no one wants to pay him. I'm just so confused where the quote is from. No, I thought he was going to say where I'm going to go. Alright, so yeah, we'll wait. We'll wait and see, and then we'll go from there, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.